Today is exactly another 1 year into our second term in office. So meaning that the administration of Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, you've been unique. You've uniquely kept us here for 5 years. We do not take it for granted. For the people of Lagos, we want to thank you very much for your confidence in our administration. We want to thank you very much for the support that you have given us in this last 5 years. The assurance I want to tell you is that for every fiber of strength that we have, for the remainder of the 3 years we have, we will not shrink one day. We will use it to the fullest. We will not give up even when it's 3 months to the end of our tenure. We will try and run it as it is a sprint, while we know that it's a marathon. And so we want to thank you very much. We want to assure you that we'll do everything to continue to remember and to be thankful for the opportunity you have given us to serve. But given the day and how momentous it is, we could not have had a better ceremony than what we're doing and having here today. Was we have chosen to come and tell the citizens of Lagos that the first pillar of our economic agenda, which is the T, which stands for transportation and traffic management, that's the pillar we have chosen today to come and demonstrate our commitment to you, to come and say to you that everything we've said to ensure that we have a comprehensive, integrated, urban mass transportation system will not be shortchanged. We will ensure that all the verticals around public transportation, none of those verticals are left unattended to. And today is the turn of marine transportation. We have done so many things. We've built so many ferry terminals. We've built so many jetties. We've handed over several tens of ferries. But today, we need to increase that fleet. We need to do it in a bigger and in a better way. And so I'm excited and I'm happy on this momentous occasion. I'm honored here that we're handing over to all the people in our marine transportation 15 brand new acquired ferries, all at 40-seater as part of the phase 1, because there's a second phase. It's supposed to be a total of 25, but given the urgency of where we are and the fact that we need to be able to demonstrate it, that backward integration is possible in our country. We don't need, because the last ones that we launched in this same facility about 2 years ago were all imported ferries. All of them, about 22 of them, were all imported ferries. So I'm happy here that the ferries that we're handing over today are all done locally. And like everybody has testified to it, it's the best in class, and it's something that we all truly just need to be proud of. The only component that is still foreign in it is the engine, which are the outboard engines which will power, the ferry. So I want to say to all of us that it's about the revolutionization of our public transportation system. And like I said, in our team's agenda, traffic management and transportation falls directly in the remit of what we're doing here today. It's only when we have an efficient, effective, and a reliable public transportation system that the economy of the city can grow, that people can see economic value, that people can have predictable journey, that people can move from one point or the other. This morning, I'm happy to say that it took us 27 minutes precisely from the Falomo Jetty to get in here. If we had gone on the well put together Lekki-Epe Expressway, which we're doing a lot of work on, it will take us nothing less than 50 to 1 hour. But that journey, being on water transportation, took us less than 30 minutes, 27 minutes, because I was checking the time. And so you can imagine what the benefit of that is to the people of Lagos. What reducing your time, the cost of movement, the cost of transportation, and how long it takes you to commute from one part to the other, and how that will be significantly reduced from this jetty that we have to cross over to Ibeshe, which is in Ikorodu. It's less than 30 minutes. In fact, it's about 15 minutes to just cross to Ibeshe. You can imagine if you need to go and traverse, from here and going by road to Ibeshe, it will take you nothing less than an hour, 45 minutes. So that's the power of connectivity. That's the power of what we're doing here today. And that's the power of ensuring that economics and businesses can grow and thrive. And we're not just doing it. We're doing it because we know too well that over 15 local government of the old 20, meaning that almost out of 57, almost 42 local government and LCDAs in Lagos, in one form or the other, have water running around them. So that's a significant area that we need to be strategically be looking into. 22% or thereabout of our total land mass is water. So when we put investment in that sector, it's for these deliberate intentions that we believe it could be a means of moving our citizens, our people, goods and services from one part of the city to the other. And the beauty of it is now that with LASWA, our waterways transportation system is reliable, is comfortable, is enjoyable, and is very, very safe. In the last year or so, LASWA alone has distributed close to 20,000 free vests. What do we call it? Floating vest or life jacket vest. Exactly. Free of charge. Free of charge. Over 20,000 LASWA has distributed, meaning that you know that you need to have the safety component before you board any of our ferries. And I want to also talk to the private ferry operators. Please listen to your regulators. When they give you a time that you cannot ply on the waterways again, please stick with those regulated time. All of the unfortunate 1 or 2 fatality accidents that we have had on the waterways in the last 1 year are people that have not listened to the rules. There are people that have not kept to the rules of engagement, that beyond a certain time, you cannot ferry people from one part or the other again. You should not let economic benefit alone be the reasons why we are doing the unsafe mode of transportation, and you are putting the life of your passengers at risk. So we want to use this occasion once again to tell NIWA, to tell LASWA that we must continue to enforce those rules no matter who it is. Once the time that we have set is reached, we cannot allow anybody to move on the waterways, and ensure that everybody goes on the water transport with the necessary safety gadget, which is the life jackets that must be worn. And so our administration, in my view, have made strategic investment to ensure that the safety in our waterways and the reliability on our waterways is not compromised. Today, we're introducing 15 new ferries, and we believe that this will ease not only, the cost of movement, it will reduce, the burden of public transportation. And the other thing that we've also mentioned is that we have generated a seamless, integrated mass transportation system. The cowrie card that is being used is the same card that is used on all of our BRT buses on the land, is the same card that is being used on our train services on both the red line and the blue line, is also the same card that is being used on our waterways. The private operators that do not have the cowrie card or the top-up machine, please talk to LASWA, and LASWA will talk to Lamata, and we can install them into all your ferries, so that once your passengers comes in, they can just tap in and tap out, and you can have a seamless, payment system in which at the end of the month or on a weekly basis, there's a way in which they settle everybody, and it's seamless. There's nobody that is shortchanged, but it reduces the risk, and it helps what we know or we call integrated public transportation system. That's the whole idea around it. So this ferries carries 40 passengers maximum, and like I said, it operates under the cowrie card system. It underscores that our dedication to a sustainable transport model, that is working its own course. This initiative is a testament to our commitment at creating, an intermodal transportation system that makes commuting from one part of the city seamless and smoother for our citizens.